Hello and welcome to MTV, where this week we celebrate Valentine's Day, and in honor of that, I chose the word love. You know, there are so many examples of love, and this week thousands of cards and candies, balloons and flowers will be given for people to show examples of their love. So what is the ultimate example of love? For me, it's God. In John 3:16, it says that God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. You know, Jesus gave us such an awesome example of love. And I want to point out three things that would help us to learn a little bit more about love and how we can exemplify that in our lives. First, Jesus loved people. He loved his own people, the Jews. He loved people that were different, the Gentiles. He loved people that were outcast, the lame, the blind, the deaf, those that were diseased. Jesus loved all people. Secondly, Jesus loved truth. You know, his life, he walked in truth. He was the fulfillment of truth. So many of the prophecies that were written in the Old Testament were fulfilled by him in his life, the way he walked in what we have recorded in the New Testament. Jesus absolutely loved truth. He exemplified that in his life by showing us the truth of the Father. He also left us a love letter of truth in the Bible that we have available for us today. So Jesus loved people. Jesus loved truth. Thirdly, Jesus loved action. And yes, while that sounds, an interesting choice of words, action actually is defined as something done or performed. So I started thinking, what are things that Jesus did or things he performed? Well, he taught, he mentored, he healed, he fed or nourished, he died ultimately that we might be pardoned from our sins. So Jesus loved action, and his life showed that. Now, how does that apply to us? Well, we have many opportunities to love people. You know, you're going to come in contact with people who are like you, whether it be in your business or in your life when you're out and about, but you're going to deal with a lot of people who aren't like you, who are very different, who think differently, who believe differently. And it will be opportunities for us to show love to them. And we're going to also come in contact with people who maybe are the outcast of society, whatever that might be according to the circumstances. And again, it'll be an opportunity for us to show love. You know, we can love truth. We can love truth by promoting it, by choosing not to gossip, to speak only truth, or to be quiet instead of speaking those things about which we are unsure. We can be people of integrity, that we always are consistent with our words, with our speech, with what comes out of our mouth. So we can also love truth. And of course, we can know truth and understand what it means to love truth by being in the Bible, the ultimate source of truth. And the third thing is, how can we love action? Well, you know what? We can teach people how to accessorize, how to wear jewelry, how to get the most out of their wardrobe. We can mentor new jewelers to have a successful home-based business. We can heal, now, not necessarily physically, but through, say, a touch on the arm or a hug or even a smile can do so much to bring healing emotionally. And we can share the love of Jesus, which has the opportunity to bring healing spiritually. We can feed or nourish people. We can do that practically by providing a meal for someone who has a need, or offering words of encouragement, which can be nourishing to someone's spirit. And finally, we can die. Yes, daily, if we choose to die to ourselves and to think of others more than ourselves, think out not only for our own interest, but also the interest of others, part of Premier's verse of the year, then we can be a part of loving action. Love people, love truth, love action. You know, our prayer is that you can love because you know God, who is love, because God, in the ultimate act of love, gave his Son Jesus that he would come, live a perfect life, die a sinner's death so that we might know the true fulfillment of love, life eternal with a God who loves us. And so have a wonderful week celebrating Valentine's Day. Know that we love you, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week on MTV.